What do you mean?
Look at Jeffy driving this baby right on back home. We got a little piece of business from the end of yesterday's show that we've not yet cleaned up.
Okay, go ahead.
And we also, let's finish that up, and then I have another piece of business.
All right, well, here's...
Wow, holy cow.
Here's Stuber Gear toward the end of yesterday's show. And wait till he runs in 2016. Well, me first. Let's see how they treat him then.
Exactly. Praise President Obama and ask for
Cha-ching for charity.
Said the
Cha-ching.
Now, while you're reaching, that was yesterday.
Wait a minute. Now, that was yesterday's.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And you just played it on today. Was that Stu's voice you just heard say that today, so?
Yes.
I think that's $40.
I think you're right.
And if we play it again tomorrow...
No.
Actually, it'll be $80.
Technically, since Pat played audio of that name,
no,
there may be a charge there.
No, don't even try that.
But we do have something from today.
Oh, look at Mr. Moneybags over
get
there.
Your money
out. Get that 20. You see how don't you feel charitable? Don't you feel charitable?
Yes, I do.
Yes.
Sarah has an example from earlier today.
It's happened in developed countries over and over and over again where they've elected the wrong guy and they've started doing stuff like that. I think Barack Obama's a terrible president.
Oh, my That was in the first hour of the broadcast.
It's a $40
walk
day.
back over.
It's a $40 charity day.
That was full frontal nameage.
We are going to be
wow.
We are going
15,
to be
16,
broke.
17, 18,
19, 20.
I have $2 left. $2
Maybe
left.
you should be a little more responsible with your language, Mr.
Do we have the totals of how much money is in the jar and who put it in there? Because I'm certainly way behind Glenn still.
I don't even miss it. I don't even miss
That's right. You don't care about money.
No, they could take 40% just for the federal government, and then
the rest of it could go to that guy jar,
no,
and you'd
then
still have.
No, then I have local and local taxes, no more state taxes, but I have local taxes, and then I have sales tax, and then I also have the
property tax,
and I have the payroll tax, and then I have the special Obama
medical excise tax. Oh my gosh!
Oh, he did it!
Oh my gosh!
Yes!
Awesome!
Yes! Wow!
At least we caught that one when it happened.
Look at this. And
you don't
guy
care
is
how
still...
much you put in if you just keep writing IOUs.
Yeah, can we explain this here? Because the policy is you're not supposed to say the president's name. Glenn, obviously I violated it twice in the last couple of days. I put money in there every time I violated it.
One of us caught and ratted himself out. One of us did. The other one did not.
I've ratted myself out plenty of times. The point here, though, is when I rat myself out or when I violate the policy, I put money into the jar. You write on a piece of paper and put it in the jar.
That piece of paper, it's the full faith and credit of Glenn Beck.
I want to see what it says.
Full faith and credit of Glenn Beck. That's what's happening here.
Wow.
And
what does he say?
Let
How
me
much?
tell you something.
How much does he owe now?
Someday.
This is ridiculous. I want a new piece of paper every time you screw up. Not one piece of paper where you cross it out. Look at this. It just says IOU, and then it says 20 crossed out, 40 crossed out, 60.
I do have to at least make up for it at the end of the week, or I'm going to get to the end of the year and I'm going to be like, I am not putting $8,000 into this jar.
Wow, that's pretty impressive, though. So you're up to this. You owe 60. When do you plan on putting it in the jar? When do you plan on taking the piece of paper out?
Did I not just say that I was going to bring it in and settle up at the end of the week? Yes. I have to settle up by the end of the week?
You said you have to settle up, but that doesn't mean you're planning to do it.
Julie, will you make sure that I go to an ATM machine today and I put money in the safe? Better make it about $3,000 and put it in the safe.
I think so. I think you've contributed about $100 already. Right?
Oh, he's over. I bet he's
someday
120.
Someday I'm just not going to show up. I'm just not going to show up for work, and you won't find
that guy jar.
You won't find it.
It'll be gone.
I'll be like living at large. I'll be like, I've got like $800. I am living large.
On Twitter, the guy, his name is That Guy Jar, at That Guy Jar. Mm-hmm. And at That Guy Jar is keeping track of...
Does it include our latest?
It has not been updated yet, but I'm looking for how much has been...
We're going to need like a money counting room at the end of the year.
Yeah.
We're going to need like some sort of Vegas. You know what? George Clooney will be coming down through our air vents to get this jar by the end.
You're probably right. There we've got jar totals. This is the last one I see updated here. Was Glenn at $100, so you're now up to $120. Me at $40, so I'm now up to $80. Pat at $20 and Jeffy at $0.
Who would have thought that he would be the best?
I think I'm not surprised by that. Who I think would actually be the best is Jeffy. Jeffy, this is like the one thing in his life he'd be good at is playing along with a stupid bit like this. He'll do really well. The rest of me and you are going to be horrible, I think. And then I think Pat will be pretty disciplined.
Now, when we give it to charity, does the one who's given the most get to have a greater share of where it should go kind of vote power? Or is it the little guy like Jeffy who's going to screw the guy and say, I think it needs to go to, strippers for thongs?
Strippers